Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. I am so excited for today's video. We are switching it up a little bit. I got some cozy vibes going for y'all. I have like a pink aura thing on the screen. I got my candle in the back. Today we are filming a girls talk video, just me sitting down talking to y'all. Little FaceTime call, if you will. I talk a lot in my vlogs and I just be wanting to get some things off my chest. I just be wanting to get my opinion, get my advice. So that's what this video is gonna be. We're gonna title it Girl Let's Talk because we got some things to talk about. I went ahead and asked y'all on Instagram a couple days ago to give me some advice, topics, questions, anything to talk about in my Girls Talk video, and y'all delivered. Then I ended up getting the questions broken up into different sections, I guess you could say, different segments. This is what my notes look like. I just have some girls topics things in here. First thing we're going to start with is friendships and relationships. The first thing with friendships and relationships we're going to start with is how to make friends in your 20s without seeming desperate. This is also something I struggle with a lot. I honestly don't even have an answer to this question. I have one friend close by and the rest of my friends are all out of state, so literally I'm always solo dolo. I was talking about this previously on my spam account on Instagram, saying like the solo era is kind of tired. Like I'm very much so over it. I've been a solo girl for years. Like I have stayed to myself, I have been celibate, I have done the whole 9 yards. No lie, y'all. I cut friends off, cut dudes off, did the no roster thing, just focused on me. And is that not good enough? Like that's what it's starting to feel like. It's not good enough. I don't attract any new friends. I don't attract any, I'm not gonna say any like new men because that would be a lie. I just ignore the men I attract. I'm working on trying to put myself out there more in 2025. So, you know, going out by myself, maybe meeting a new group of friends when I go out, getting invited to some girls who are already out. You know what I'm saying? Just really trying to put myself out there, honestly. And we're gonna see where that takes us. Just be open to it. And maybe that's why, like before, I just wasn't getting anybody coming up to me or making any new friends, any new relationships, anything like that, because I was very standoffish. And I feel like you could kind of tell by my demeanor. We gotta make that change this year, y'all. Like I want to be out in the country with a group of friends. I want to make some content creator friends who we can make content together. We can go on trips together, do this, do that together. I want my own friend to do everything with. If I don't get nothing else, I want my own friend, okay? Next thing we're gonna go with friends is toxic friends. I'm gonna keep this short and simple. Cut them off, point blank period. There is no reason why you should be keeping around anything that's toxic in your life. I feel like, from my perspective, when I was keeping toxic things in my life, toxic men, toxic friends, whatever the case may be, God put me at a complete standstill. And when I say that, I mean, you will not elevate if you keep going back to what's not good for you. You will not elevate if you won't move on from what's holding you back. My best advice is to just let it go. I know it's hard. I know it's easier said than done, especially with friends you've been friends with for years. But baby, when I tell you it's better out there, it is so much better out there. And granted, it is so much harder to make friends in your 20s when you're out of college, not in college. It is a lot harder, but it's possible. You have to be open to just letting go and giving it to God and praying to God to ask, you know, for new friends, new relationships, because it's not worth it. I promise it's not. The next topic is friendship breakups, which I kind of did just go over. Friendship breakups, to me, my personal opinion, they hurt worse than relationship breakups. And that's just me. I don't know. Because I treat my friends just like a relationship. I love my friends down. Me and my friends, we go on dates. I check in on them with their mental all the time. I don't leave my friends stranded. Like, I don't know. People be saying like, yeah, I don't talk to my friends a lot. We can go years without talking to each other. I don't know, like we don't play those games over here. I check in on all my friends frequently, even if it's just my social media friends. I send a text every now and again, hey girl, how are you? Haven't heard from you. It's just the little things, like, you know what I mean? So I treat my friendships like relationships. So it hurts the same exact way when I lose a friend. But at the end of the day, you just got to keep yourself busy, same way you would do a relationship. Keep yourself busy. Healing isn't going to happen overnight. Getting over something, of course, isn't going to happen overnight. All right, so now after the friendship topic, we're going to get into dating, which I know y'all are nosy. Y'all want to know all about Kaya's love life. So I guess I'll start off with that. My experience of dating in my 20s. If you watched my previous video, you know my experience has not been good whatsoever. I've never really had a good relationship with men anyway. And no, I am not attracted to the other sex. It is literally strictly men. I just never really had a good experience. I don't really know what it is, but also now that I've learned, like I'm working on myself and things, a lot of the previous things wouldn't have worked anyway because I was not the woman I needed to be, and it just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and now that I feel like I'm getting closer with God, building my relationship with God, a lot of men just are very lustful and have nothing to offer. Like when you take sex off the table, if we're being honest, half of these men have nothing else to offer. And that is the sad part about it. And also, this is just my thing. This probably sounds so crazy, but I don't want to meet no more men on Instagram. Like I don't. I want to meet a man in a grocery store, meet a man at the church. I don't know, the whole meeting people on Instagram, it's the same old people I went to high school with, the same old people who live too close by. Like, I'm cool. I don't know, like I'm getting very picky with what I look for in a man, and I'm gonna stand on my boundaries. Like, I am not settling. That's why I bought this ring. If y'all have seen this ring in previous videos, this is a promise ring to myself, which is actually backwards right now. But it's a promise ring to myself just to never settle, to give myself everything I deserve, whether that's men, friends, whatever the case may be. And unfortunately, that's why I had to let my last situation go. It just wasn't giving me what I needed out of it. And at the end of the day, no matter how bad I like somebody, I come first. Like at the end of the day, if you're not saying if you're not everything I need you to be, because of course we all have things we could work on, but at this point it's kind of like we're grown. You can't raise a man. I'm getting more picky the older I get, and I'm getting more open-minded, and my mindset is getting like a little stronger. So a lot of the things I would tolerate as a little teenager, 18, 19, 20-year-old, I'm not tolerating anymore. Even though I'm only 22, I feel like I'm maturing so fast and it's happening so quick, but I'm also grateful because I'm not going for nothing. I'm not going for nothing. Cheating, lying, all that, I'm not going. It's not happening. Somebody said, should I set my standards for how I want to be treated? That's something I've always been heavy on. And this might sound super crazy to some people, but I've always been heavy on, you can't really want things in a man that you don't bring to the table as well. And I'm not saying materialistic things necessarily, but I'm saying kindness, softness. You want him to be nice to you all the time. You want him to be sweet, but you're Miss Hardbody and you don't want to talk about your emotions, but you want him to be able to communicate. You get what I'm saying? You can't expect that from a man if you can't give it yourself. So I'm real big on be the person that you want them to be, in a sense, not really necessarily, because a man is supposed to be the provider, the protector, all that good stuff, but also you're supposed to be there for him mentally, as he is for you as well. But that's what I'm saying, it goes both ways. So show up as the way you want to be treated, like point blank period. I'm very big on that. Next question is how to move on from a guy and set higher standards. I don't think there is a how to. If I'm being honest, I don't think there is a how to. You just have to sit in it. You have to deal with it. In some cases, like I know like back when I was in high school, the only way I would get over a man is if I kept going back. And that is disgusting now that I think about it. Like, I had to keep going back until I hated his guts. And one day I would wake up and just be done. And that was literally it. But now I'm not gonna go back until I hate you. I'm literally gonna let you go the second you got me up. Okay? Also, don't sit in it too long. Give yourself some grace, but also get up off your ass and do something to get back right. The next topic I want to go ahead and get into is lifestyle and independence, because this is something, being a content creator, I have had to struggle with, and I have seen other people live a certain life at a certain age, and we're just gonna get into it. So the first thing is, of course, living independently. Everybody talks about 24/7. If you don't know, I do currently still live at home. I'm 22, I still live at home. I'm in school, things like that. I cannot stress this enough. There is no rush, and nobody makes you feel bad other than the people on the internet. Like in real life, nobody has nothing to say. I mean, maybe they do, but for me personally, nobody has anything to say. I get it if you're in a toxic household and you got to get out, but if you have a loving family who cares for you and who wants the best for you, who wants you to get on your feet before you get up and go, stay. There is nothing wrong with that. I don't know why social media has made it seem like it's such a bad thing. Like, as soon as you turn 18, you need to get out the house, you need to do this. And yeah, that's nice, that's lovely, but that's not everybody's reality. This is something that really baffles me. I have a regular 9 to 5. Like, when I say regular, I mean absolutely regular. I work a regular job. It's nothing special. It's not top-notch paying, but I also do YouTube, and YouTube brings the most of my income every single month. It's not the job, it's YouTube. So with that being said, I personally don't even understand how people are moving out in this economy. Because like I said, I have a regular job, and if that was all I did, I would never be able to afford to move out. And when I say ever, I mean ever. But thank God I have social media, but it's like if I didn't have social media, I would kind of be concerned. And that's kind of why I'm more so moving towards hurrying up and going to get a career, because I cannot live like this. I don't know, like these jobs are not paying enough. It's not sustainable to live within these means. I just don't understand how people do it. Like, I know, you know, live within your means, budget, but even then, also one thing about me is I don't know where I want to live. Like, I know I don't want to live here, technically, where I am now. I know I'm meant for more. I know I'm not meant to be here when it's time for me to branch out on my own. But it's like, I'm in no rush. I have time to travel to new places, to figure out where I want to go, figure out what vibe feels like it'll be for me. Moral of the story, it's no rush. Stop letting the internet fool you and trick you into feeling like you're behind. You are not. You are right where God wants you to be. And don't try to rush it and be grown either, because I know y'all seen, and this is not to knock anybody's hustle or anything, because yes, it is hard out here, but I know y'all have seen how many people are moving back home after being on their own in this economy, being with everything that's going on right now. There are so many people moving back home in with their parents because it's so hard. So stay home, save your money if need be, and don't let nobody make you feel bad about it. Period. Another one is starting over your career in your 20s. If y'all don't know, I've never really known what I wanted to do in life. I feel like the career path I'm going after now is not even necessarily a passion. I think people try to make you feel bad for not having a passion. Some people just don't want to do anything. Like, I don't know, we just don't have a passion for certain things. Nothing I've come across has really blown me away. Like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to do this. I cannot wait to go to school and finish school and work in this field. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I have switched my career path several times. Right now, I have found interest in something, but is that what it's gonna be? I don't know. If it's not in God's plan, it's not in God's plan. I really don't know. I feel like we're still so young. We have so much time to figure things out. And also, I can understand feeling like you're behind, or feeling like, you know, other people are already starting their careers. Meanwhile, we're now just going back to school. People we went to high school with are years deep in their career field, and now we're just starting over, but that's okay. Somebody could have known they wanted to be a nurse all their life, and years down the line, now they're miserable, and now they're going back to school at 40 because they're miserable doing what they initially wanted to do. My best advice, because I'm still going through working on it too, is just pray about it. What's meant for you is meant for you, and what's not is not. Next question is how to enter a new era of yourself when wanting to leave the old you behind. This is such a great question, because for me, this is something I had to do personally. Like, when I had just got out of high school and left high school, and this is why, like, I'm so homebody now, and I'm always at home. I really don't do too much. When I was fresh out of high school, I was a party girl, a drinker, real bad. Was out with my friends smoking. Baby, I've never even liked smoking, but I was smoking. I was doing all this, doing all that. Had no business at all. I don't know. I just knew that was never really the life for me. I'm kind of putting my old life in the past now, trying to become a woman of God and become a better woman every day. Going back to school, focusing on me, doing things that make me feel good, and not trying to live that old life I was living. And it's hard. It is hard trying to completely let it go. You know, let the men go that I was dealing with. Like, I don't even want to look at that specific kind of man. Like, no tea, no shade, but like the type of men I used to go after, or not go after, because that sounds crazy. The type of men that used to come after me and I used to go after them the same way they came after me. Not the good kind of men. If you know, you know. I'm not really gonna speak too much on that, but I have completely changed, like, my mindset with everything. How? I really think it's just a mindset thing. You gotta want more for yourself. One day you will wake up and say, this is not the life I want to live. This is not the way I want to be treated. And then it's like you do something about it. Until you get to that point, like, you have to get to that point. Like, this can't be my life no more. If you really don't want it, it's not gonna work. But if you really want it and you wake up tired, you wake up drained, I can't do this no more, and you start going after that dream life and putting that work in. Somebody said how to focus on yourself. Y'all know I'm the best person to ask this question, because I am literally solo girl era down. In the beginning, it does get boring. It does get lonely. Well, not even in the beginning, because like I said, I'm years deep and I'm tired of this. Like, I don't want to do it no more. But you gotta understand how much more peaceful it is when you're on your own. You don't have to deal with nobody's BS. You don't have to move on nobody's time but yours. It's literally just you. You don't have nobody to report to. Peace over everything. And that's one thing I had to realize. It gets better. You just have to find ways to keep yourself occupied. Find ways to start loving on yourself. Start trying to romanticize your life. Do things that make you feel good. Do things that make you happy. I feel like a lot of these things are mindset things. We have to start changing the way we think. Okay, last question in this category is, what do I want out of 2025? What do I want out of 2025? If I'm being honest, the number one thing is to get closer to God. Number two is genuine happiness. I have not been genuinely happy in quite some time, if I'm being honest. Like, yeah, I have good days, yeah, I have bad days, but genuine happiness has not been my thing in a long time. Other than that, though, I do want to travel more this year. I don't know, like, I feel like I'm kind of in an era where I'm very confused. I'm 22 years old, and everybody says in your 20s, you know, live life, have fun, because when you turn 30, 40, whatever the case may be, you're going to regret not living your life in your 20s. So I guess I'm kind of going through an era of, okay, do I live life, have fun, and do what I do right now? Or do I lock in and prepare myself for the future and have my fun later? And that's kind of where I'm stuck at. So granted, I really don't know how 2025 is going to go, because I don't know which way I want to go. And granted, you can do both, but for me, I can't do both. I can have a little bit of fun here and there, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm focused on my studies and chasing after the career I want and doing this and doing that, that's what it is. Point blank, period. Don't ask me to do nothing, because the answer 9 times out of 10 is no. I might go out to eat with you. I might go shopping with you. I might do a little weekend trip with you. But like, if I'm living my life having fun, baby, it's giving no job. It's giving just straight content creator. It's giving taking my trips every month. It's giving that type of vibe. I just need to find the balance, I guess. I kind of just answered my own question. It is hard trying to find that balance, because I want so much for myself, and I feel like if I fall off, the whole thing is down the drain at this point. So I don't know. Again, a mindset thing. Next topic is marriage and family. Somebody said having kids before marriage. Personally, it's not. Okay, let me start this out by saying having kids before marriage. In the Bible, we know how it goes. We know what's supposed to be done. A lot of people don't do that. And we know nowadays it's just a lot of people having babies without being married. And granted, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I'm nobody to judge. But for me personally, I'm not having no kids until there is a ring on my finger. Like, point blank, period. I really don't understand the whole conversation. And like I said, this is not me judging nobody, but a lot of people have kids with people but don't want to marry them. I don't understand how marriage is becoming more of a commitment than kids. Like, that is a whole conversation I hear all the time. Like, I don't want to get married, but I want to have kids. I don't want to get married, but... And granted, like, do what you want to do, but for me personally, it's going to give ring on this finger. Okay, somebody said my opinion on marriage. I used to be against marriage, y'all. I used to say, I think in my last girl talk video, I was like, I'm not really pressed to get married. Like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I think that was a year ago. And I have matured just a little bit, and I want to be married. I want to be a wife. I want to be a wife. And the next one was opinion on kids. That still stands. Like, I'm not pressed about having kids. This is gonna sound bad, and I don't want y'all to attack me for this, but I really don't like kids anyway. Maybe it's just like an immaturity thing. Maybe I'm just not mature yet. Maybe I just don't have that mindset yet. But right now, I'm still young. I don't see myself getting married anytime soon with any of that. So that's not even a conversation that really needs to be had. The next topic is going to be self-care / mental health. The first thing I want to get into is somebody said how to keep up with your feminine hygiene. I'm about to go hygiene shopping tomorrow actually and film a video. Number one, putting good things into your body. I feel like a lot of people don't understand that has a big role in hygiene. Especially being a girl, like down here and stuff like that. Putting good things into your body will help you so much, okay? Number two is investing in good hygiene products. I'm not telling you you need that $30 body wash. That is not what I'm saying. For me, when I'm in the shower, one, I wash with a bar of soap first. I double wash. So I wash the bar of soap first, then I do body wash. I feel like I'm not clean if I don't do both. I'm about to film a hygiene shopping video tomorrow, like I said. So that'll be the next video after this one. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. That'll have all the tips and all the products that I recommend personally in that video. The next question is how to not be consumed by social media. This is a lovely question because I actually just reactivated my Instagram today. I have been off Instagram. I do this all the time, and my best friend was telling me like I guess when I deleted Instagram, everybody was kind of shocked, like, where did she go? What happened? And my best friend was so confused because like before YouTube and all this, I did this quite often. Like, I deleted Instagram so much and I came back when I felt like it. Like, that's a common thing for me because sometimes I need to get off social media. I think social media has become something that has become too serious. Like, one, social media is not real. Like, it's real, but it's not real. Like, people, of course, only post the ups. Nobody posts the downs. Granted, why would they want to? But sometimes we just need a break from all that. Like, it's too much going on. It's too much mess on social media. Like, sometimes we just need a break. So me, I deactivate my socials every now and again. Like, sometimes I just delete everything off my phone, take a step back, take some me time. Like I said, everybody just has to go for a second. Like, I just gotta focus on me. I feel like me taking this break has actually helped so much more than I really needed it for. I have stopped being an over consumer. Like literally when I scroll on TikTok, scroll on Instagram, and I see somebody with something I like, I need it, I need it, I need it, I need it. And you know one thing about me, if I want something, I buy it. Being that I'm just getting off my social media break, I have let that mindset go. I have really saved so much money now. Like I don't spend money on things that I see people with just because it looks cool or it looks like something that I would like. You know, I've actually took a step back and started living in reality. Like that's the main point. I have stopped getting on social media and started living in the real world. I got too consumed with social media and didn't even realize how consumed I was with it, especially with this TikTok ban, y'all. Oh my goodness. The day, it was nighttime. It was like 9 o'clock at night when TikTok got deleted. I clicked on that app a good 50 times, knowing it was banned, but like in my head, I'm like, let me check again, let me check again, let me check again. It is no reason you should be obsessed with social media like that. There's absolutely no reason. We need to go outside and we need to touch grass. This might sound very miserable to me, but I was hoping TikTok would have been gone for at least like a week, because the world needs a break. No matter how bad y'all don't want to admit it, we need a break. Like I wish they would have kept it just for a week longer. And maybe that's just me speaking, because I like to take breaks and I know like breaks could do good things for me. So maybe I'm just assuming it would everybody else. But I'm telling y'all, even if it's just for 2 days, even if it's just for 24 hours, even if it's for a year, just take a break. Try it. You know, you never know until you try. Just try it. I'm telling you. This break for me has been life-changing. I've been able to get closer to God. I have been able to, like I said, live in reality, meet new people that are not on social media. Like, I don't know what it is. I just really don't like meeting people on social media anymore. I like to meet people in real life. I don't know what that's about, but that's a new thing. But yeah, it's worth it. I'm telling you. Take you a nice little break. Just try it. All right, y'all, so that was all the topics that we had today. Pretty much, I just want to say I'm just a regular black girl in her 20s, still living at home, still figuring out life, and that is okay. Never let nobody make you feel bad about your situation. We are all new to this. This is all our first time living. Give everybody grace. Give yourself grace first and foremost. And stop being hard on yourself. I know it's hard being on social media, and I feel like that's why I'm kind of getting more comfortable sharing my life and opening up to y'all on social media, which I typically don't do. If you know me, you know I'm a very private YouTuber. Like, I don't even tell y'all nothing. Like, for the longest, it was like, I don't even want y'all to know what state I live in. Like, I don't even want y'all to know I have siblings. Like, it was really that deep for me. But now I'm starting to open up, because I realize I don't want this to sound cocky in any way. Like, I mean this very humbly. There's not a lot of content creators like me who are very open and honest about the good and the bad things that go on in life. I feel like when you go to, you know, a lot of YouTubers' page, TikTok pages, whatever, people, of course, like I said, only show the good, which, okay, why wouldn't you? But at the end of the day, sometimes we just need a reminder, like, it's okay. It's okay. This is life. This is normal. Because when we are on social media, we see all good things all day long, and we think, yeah, this is how my life is supposed to be. This is how I'm supposed to be living. And no, it's not. We have to stop comparing. Comparison is the thief of joy, literally. Like I said, I had filmed this video a year ago, and so much has changed since then. Like, I have put myself back in the dating field after being in my solo girl era, and was disappointed, like I said last video, but it's okay, because it's actually still something I'm interested in. I still do want to date. I still do want to try, you know what I'm saying? It didn't discourage me, actually. If anything, it made me realize I can actually be like a lover girl and one of those girls. I have never been. Like, when I met a dude, I was always so hard body. I don't want to talk to you, get away from me. Like, even when I actually kind of did like a dude, it was like I still had that hard body, whatever the case may be. I do have that soft lover girl side of me, and that's actually really nice to experience, because it makes you feel so feminine. It makes you feel so good. We're not gonna let one bad situation stop us from, you know, going after real true love. Oh my goodness, that sounds so corny. We're not gonna let friendship breakups discourage us from making new friends. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard to trust new people. I know it's hard to open up to new people. But if that's the life you want, if you know you want new friends, if you know you want new relationships, if you know you want new things around you, you gotta be open to it. We gotta start changing our mindset, the way we think. We gotta start putting ourselves out there, okay? And that's something that's hard for me as well, because I am such an introvert. I don't really like people. But 2025, I am trying to get out of that. I am trying to be a new woman this year. Like, when I say that, I mean it with all my heart. I want to be a new person. I want to rebrand so bad that I'm unrecognizable. Like, that's how it's about to get this year. And we're about to go ahead and put them plans in motion. My next video is actually gonna be a vlog of me becoming the best version of myself and doing things to become the best version of myself. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next video.